Hi planners, welcome back. It's me, Chloe from Chloetry Plans, and in this video I'm going to be covering how to pick your planner for 2021. I did a little poll on my YouTube channel community tab, and I asked if you all wanted to see the Erin Condren Daily Duo or this video, and you chose this video. So I'm still going to do the Daily Duo video, and if that's something you want to see, make sure you put it in the comments below. Let me know. I want to see the Daily Duo. That's all you have to say, but just let me know, because I want to make sure that I'm coming out with content you actually want to see. And I'm outside right now because it's 70 degrees in November in Chicago, and that is rare. So I wanted to make sure I soak up some sun, and I still wanted to film this content for you. So let's get right into it. Okay, now that whatever truck was in the background seems to be gone, let's go ahead and talk about a few things. So I broke this down into like 5 different categories. I work in numbers, like it has to be 3 or 5 or 10, like that is how my brain operates. So this is going to be 5 kind of categories when it comes to picking a new planner for 2021. So the first thing is that you kind of have to think about your planner history. With that being said, are you someone who has never planned a day in your life? Like you don't have a planner, you never did, you never use the calendar, you just kind of like wing it, fly by the seat of your pants? Or have you had planners in the past and they didn't really work for you? Or are you one of those people who you're really into your planner and you've always lived by it? Those are some of the things that you want to consider, because if you've never used the planner before, you kind of just got to start and pick something and try to work it out and see what you do like about it and you don't. But if you've had a planner before, you want to look and see what has worked with that planner in the past or what hasn't worked, and adjust as necessary. So for instance, I used to use Happy Planner. That was my main planner, and I enjoyed it because I could add photos to it, I could add pages to it, I could do all kinds of fun stuff with the planner, and it got me to using it regularly. Once I started using the planner regularly, I no longer needed that as incentive. Does that make sense? So I didn't need the fun stickers, I didn't need the fun bookmarks, I didn't need any of that as incentive to plan anymore, because I already was into it. I saw how it benefited my life, I saw how it calmed my anxiety, I saw how it helped me to plan for bigger events, I saw how it helped me to turn my goals into fruition. Like I saw all of that, and so I no longer needed stickers as incentive. Now I still enjoy using stickers, as you've seen on my channel, but it's not a necessity. It's not like I have to add a page. I'm going to plan regardless as to what planner I use. So I no longer need those little incentives. Now they're fun, I enjoy them, I enjoy the pretty embellishments and things like that, but it's not a necessity anymore for me. And so I can kind of use whatever planner and make it work, whether I have stickers or not. So you kind of have to look at that and see what is going to work for you. Are you someone who enjoys decorating a planner? Are you someone who doesn't enjoy that? Those are some questions you have to ask yourself when looking into a planner. You also have to think about layouts. So I'm going to include some photos in here somewhere of different layouts. So this is a horizontal layout. This is probably the layout you had if you ever got a free planner from school, or you ever purchased a planner from Target or some other kind of store. This is probably the planner that you had, and it is a classic layout, and it's very common. It sometimes has lines going horizontally, sometimes it doesn't, but we call it the horizontal layout. And this is Erin Condren specifically, one of their previous planners, but other planner brands have horizontal layouts as well. Pretty much every planner brand has this layout available. So if you like the way this is set up and it's something that's familiar to you, this is one planner layout option. This is the vertical layout, and this is the layout that Erin Condren is very popular for. It has 3 boxes going vertically, and most people like to decorate with these layouts. They like to create checklists in each layout, and they are able to separate different categories. So you see this on my channel a lot, where I'll make one category for home, one for work, and one for personal. And so this creates some division for those who need a little bit more space or would like a little bit more separation in their planner. It's also the prime layout for decorating. Now, of course, you can decorate in any planner you want, but if decorating is a priority for you, it's a lot easier to lay stickers down in this kind of layout, and this is the most common layout for sticker kits. As mentioned before, with the horizontal layout, this layout is also very common and can be found with most planner brands. This is the hourly layout. This layout has pre-typed times in each day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and it also has lines in between so that you can make a note for the 30-minute mark. So if you have something going on at 9:30 or at 4:30, then you can go ahead and fill that in accordingly. What people typically like about this layout is that they are able to map out or write out their entire day by the hour. And this is a great tool for organization and being able to know what time you have throughout the day, where you have breaks, where you have work, where you have errands. And so it's a really great way to be able to look at your day as a whole. I don't use the hourly layout currently, but I will be using it in 2021 when I use the daily duo layout. This is the dashboard layout. Now the dashboard layout is a little bit different. On the left here, you have a section that you can write pretty much all your to-do lists and whatever you have coming up for that week. And on the right side, there are these smaller boxes where you can write daily to-dos, different assignments you may have, errands, appointments, and things like that. So it is a very versatile layout because on your left side, you can put whatever you want. You can decorate, you can plan, and then on the right side, you can put your actual to-do list or the things you have to do for the week. So I think this is a very versatile layout. And as with the other layouts, this is oftentimes available. I typically see more people using this layout when they use a Happy Planner. This is from Happy Planner. Or if they use rings, which is buying different kinds of layouts from different companies and then putting them inside of a planner binder. Last but not least, we have the monthly layout. This layout should look familiar to you because most calendars or planners have this kind of setup for the month. Now, what's unique about the monthly layout is that some planners come with just the month and then notebook pages to accompany it so that you can do whatever you want with the notebook pages, but still have a calendar to keep track of things there. So this is included in all the other layouts I just mentioned. So they usually have a monthly layout and then a dashboard, or monthly and then a horizontal, or monthly and a vertical, or monthly and a hourly. So that is how it goes. You always get a monthly layout with whatever you choose. But you can also skip past all of those little layouts that you saw and just have a monthly layout with notebook paper in between or something like that. So this is just to show you that the monthly layout is very useful as well, and you do not have to have a weekly layout. But you kind of have to think about how you write. So I know that I write kind of big, so I need a little more space in my planner because I write big. If you write really tiny, then you don't have to worry about that. You have to think about, do I want, one page for each day, or do I want a weekly page, or do I only want a monthly? So how much space do you need in your planner? Those are some logistics that you have to think about. And the only way to get through that is to try it. That's it. Try it and see what works for you, and understand that what works for you in January might not work for you in March. There are different seasons of your life, and you have to roll with the punches when it comes to planning. There's no set rule for you. It's whatever works for you at that moment. And that's why I have more than one planner, because for a few months this might work really well, and then something might happen in my life where that no longer works for me and I have to move on, try something different, or then times change again and I go back. So for like a couple weeks I wasn't using my plum paper planner. This is my plum paper for social media because my job was kind of overwhelming, and so at that point I just needed to write like the 2 videos I was going to crank out that week, and that's it. But now I'm getting back into my goals for what I want to finish up before 2020. So I want to be monetized on YouTube before 2021. I'm sorry, I meant to say before 2020 is over. But before 2021, I want to be monetized, or at least apply for monetization. So that means I need more watch hours. So if you're watching this, make sure you watch it till the end, or even like play it on mute or something. I don't care, but I need watch hours. So in order for me to be monetized, I need that. So that's why I'm back into my plum paper planner because it's going to help me get those views. It's going to help me get that watch time. So that's something that I go back and forth about. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't, but that's okay for me, because for me, as long as it works for me in that season, in that time period, it works. So that was type. That was the first one. It was like the type of planner. The second thing you need to consider is, what is your planner for? So is it a catch-all planner for everything? Like, you want to put meal prep, you want to put budgeting, do you want to put every single thing you could think of about your life in there, or are you kind of focusing on one thing at a time? And so when I first started planning, my main objective was to plan my wedding and keep all my wedding paperwork and copies of stuff in one place. So I had a binder, and the binder was for all my copies of all my paperwork, because at the time people weren't like emailing you contracts, they were still printing them and giving them to you in your hand. So I had to like punch them, or and put them in a binder. And then I had a tab for each thing. So it was like photography, florist, all that stuff was in a binder. And my mom, I think, has the binder, so I'm gonna try to get it from her house and do that. But let me let this siren go by. You never realize how loud your neighborhood is until you're filming. Just putting that out there. Like, there have been 100 sirens. There have been a train going by, and the train's not even that close, but I can still hear it, like, insane. But anyway, so what is your planner for? Are you trying to fit everything in one, or are you okay with like separating and having goals and being more, strategic about what you're working on at that time? So in addition to having a binder for my wedding, I also had a planner that I use specifically for to-do lists for the day. So if it would be like, see, my neighborhood is so loud. So if it would be like to-do lists and things like that, I will put them in my planner, and then I will work from there. So there are a lot of different things that you might want to plan for, and so that's something you have to take into accountability. And sometimes you got to pick. Like, unfortunately, you're probably not going to cover every single little life detail in your planner, but you can definitely kind of narrow things down and try to be more tailored to whatever it is you want to improve on in your life. So if that's fitness, if that's meal prep, if that's blogging, if that's growing your business, if that's family time, you can try to tailor whatever planner you have to that. And you can use extra paper, extra notebook paper, things like that to expound on other areas. So what is your planner for? That's number 2. Number 3 is accessibility. So you have to know what it is that you prefer to use your planner for. So you have to know, where can I get this planner? How easy is it to get? Is that going to affect me using it? So some people just buy one planner and they use that for the entire year, and that's it. But some folks like to go in and buy accessories and things like that. So you kind of have to know if you're going to want accessories and other things to accommodate your planner. So like, this planner really doesn't need anything extra, but like, if I want to buy stickers from this company, I would have to do it online. This is Plum Paper, so I would have to buy the stickers and stuff for the Plum Paper planner online. I cannot buy them from anywhere, but I can use stickers from Michael's or other stores for the planner. So I don't have to get Plum Paper stickers, but like, for instance, they have this cute little page. It's really adorable. And if I want to fill this out with stickers, I might want to buy the custom stickers for this layout. So you have to think about accessibility. So when it comes to certain planner brands, they're only available online, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with waiting. To me, it's fun to order them online and wait for them. But some people are like, no, if I want to get something for my planner, I want to run out and get it at that moment. The only thing for me with that is, I feel like they don't always have what you want in the store anyway. So you might as well just look and see what you actually want from Etsy or from Michael, or from like, for instance, the Plum Paper website. And you might as well get what you really want, because if you go to Michael's, you may have something you actually want, but you may just be buying something to buy it, and then you're back to square one with not having what you actually wanted. So accessibility is number 3. So how easy is it to get the planner? Do you have to go online? Do you have to wait a month? Do you have to go in the store? What is it? But I always recommend you to at least go in the store to look at what they have available. I know Happy Planner is available in stores, Recollections Planners, a few other brands, but they do stash them up fast. So if you are watching this video and you haven't looked at any planners, I suggest you go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Joann Fabrics and see what planners they have, and just kind of like browse and see if there's anything that catches your eye, because it is kind of scarce around this time. It's November, and they usually start in January. So if you are watching this and you don't have a planner yet, I would start thinking about it now. Number 4 is budget. So you want to know how much money you want to spend on this. I mean, it is an investment. I've spent decent amount of money on a planner. They cost anywhere from $5 to, you know, $100. It's just what it is. With anything you buy, there are going to be a large range of prices. And so you have to think about what's important to you. Paper quality, the quality of the coil here, or bound, if it's a bound planner, the quality of the binding, the quality of the tabs is kind of important. Like, you want these tabs to stay sturdy, the look of it, the feel of it. There's so many factors, and so you have to think about what budget wise works for you, and what you're okay with. So if you're okay with spending $30 on a planner, then that's great. If you're okay with only spending $13, $15, that's great too. So it's all about what, you know, budget wise you want. One thing I will say is that if there's a planner you really want and it costs too much money, they do have Afterpay options. I know you can use Afterpay on the Erin Condren website, so you can break it up into payments. You can also do that on QVC, and there's this app called Klarna that you can use. Like, there are all these, I'm not sponsored by the way, but there are all these different apps you can use to break things down into payments, either monthly or every 2 weeks. So if there's something you want to break up into a couple of payments, like, you can do that. But yeah, you got to think about budget, how much you want to spend on planner, and if you get accessories, another siren, if you get pens, so that's just one of those things you kind of have to decide for yourself and think about your budgeting. I really thought filming outside was a good idea, but now I'm feeling like it wasn't. Let me know if y'all feel like that siren is really annoying, because if you do, I'll try not to do this again. But if you're like, Chloe, it's not that big of a deal, then I'll keep doing this. Number 5, will you use an electronic planner or will you use a digital planner? So a lot of folks are like, Chloe, why do you still use paper? I'm going to tell you here, why do I use a paper planner? I use a paper planner because it is a designated time and space to plan. I need to be able to sit down with something physical, tangible to plan. And when I write things down, my brain processes it differently than typing it. I also plan with a paper planner because it allows me to be creative. I like writing things in different ways. I like adding stickers. I like adding washi tape. I like adding highlighters. I like this. I like the fact that when I open it up, it's not just pen. It's something here to make me, you know, smile. Something colorful, something that catches my eye. And so that is something that I enjoy doing. And so it motivates me to plan out my dreams and my, you know, my goals. And so that is another reason why I actually plan with a paper planner and not just digitally. Now, I do also use a digital planner. I use Outlook. Most people who work in corporate settings use Outlook. And so it's Microsoft Outlook. That is what I use for my job. I cannot just use a paper planner for work. Like, it's just not gonna happen. If you don't have Outlook through your job, you can use an app called, you can use Google Calendar or your Apple Calendar. I've heard those are great with syncing with your family. I have a family calendar with my husband on Apple Calendar. Like, if we have, like, before coronavirus, if we had like a date night plan or a double date or like an event or vacation, I would add that all to my Apple Calendar. So with that being said, I don't just use paper planners, and people think that I like carry these around with me everywhere I go. I don't. Like, I literally do not. Sometimes I carry my petite planner with me if I go to my parents' house or something like that, or like the grocery store for a list. But typically I'll take a picture of the planner and just like refer to it. So yeah, I don't take them everywhere with me. Now, when I was going to work in person, I was taking it with me to work because it just makes it easier to have with me at work. But you know, I don't take it with me everywhere I go. So I do use digital planning systems like Outlook and Apple Calendar. So yeah, just wanted to let y'all know that. But yeah, those are my top 5. So what type of planner do you need? 2, what is your planner for? 3, is it accessible? Can you get your planner and planner supplies at the store, or do you have to order it online? 4, what is your budget for your planner? And 5, would you like an electronic or digital planner, or are you looking at a paper planner? And then a side note for that is, can you just use a notebook? Because some people are like not keeping up with the dates. Like, y'all don't fill it in every day. Anyway, so do you really need a whole planner, or can you use like a notebook and make a list? So I'll show you for an example. Like, I love when my planners have extra notebook pages so that I can write extra stuff. So like, I don't really want to show y'all this because this is like my content schedule. So let me find another page. Okay, so here's like a page. Like I made a to-do list. It's a really short one, but I did do both of them. And then down here, so like, do you just need like a notebook page where you like a fancy notebook where you can just like write everything you want to do this month and a long list, and then break it down with other notebook pages? Because if you get a really nice notebook, like a bound notebook or a spiral notebook, then you don't have to worry about a date. You can write the date in, and so you can use that for journaling, note taking, to-do lists. So you don't have to have an actual planner to plan. You know, you can have a notebook and plan, and then use that in a company with your digital planner, so, or your Outlook calendar, Google calendar, Apple calendar. So those are some options. You don't have to buy a planner to plan, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So I just wanted to put that out there. And then I also like to use it for tracking. So like, this is my tracking for the month of October, and I put all of my like followers, subscribers, things like that, and then I put a goal. So you can do this on a notebook page. It doesn't have to be in a planner. But if you want a planner, start looking at different brands and things like that. I'm an affiliate with Ashley Shelley and Erin Condren and Happy Planner. So I'll put those links below if you want to kind of check those out online, or if you want to check them out in the store, I'll put kind of where you can find those planners at. But realistically, it's up to you, and all you can do is start. That's all you can do is start. That is my number one tip, is to start it. You might not like your first or your fifth planner, but if you keep trying, I'm sure you'll be able to reach some of your goals and do some of the things you want to accomplish. So that is it for me. I didn't want to make this video too long, but I just wanted to give you all some tips. I know a lot of folks really wanted to know what they need to know to pick a 2021 planner. So to pick a 2021 planner, I hope this helps you get a little bit closer to that decision. And if you have any questions about any planners in particular and I have experience with them, go ahead and ask me in the description below, and I will try my best to answer all of those questions so I can give you an idea. But if you have a question about Erin Condren or Happy Planner or Ashley Shelley or Wordsworth, I did do a Wordsworth review as well on my Instagram. Go ahead and check that out. And if you want to see more of my layouts, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Chloetry Plans, because that is where I have more content with my actual planner and seeing inside my planner. So go ahead and check those things out. Let me know in the description below. And also don't forget to let me know if you want to see the daily duo video soon, and in the description below or in the comments below. Also, make sure you comment and put a, let's say, a fire truck emoji because the fire truck was just like back and forth, back and forth. Put a fire truck emoji if you made it to the end of this video, because literally I had to stop the video like 10 times because of the fire trucks in the background. So hope everybody's okay. But make sure you go ahead and put the fire truck emoji or red heart in the description below if you stay till the end. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see y'all in the next video.